All right, Danny. This is your big shot. You don't want to mess this up. It's your first acting gig. This is your step to getting out of the video store. All right. Visualize. I'm an employee at a video store. All right, you've got the mindset. Now warm up your instrument. The tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, and the jaw. The tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, and the jaw. Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bump. Fuck. Damn it. Don't screw this up, Danny. Don't be a loser forever, Danny. Get it together. All right. You can do this. I don't care what Mom and Dad says. We can do this, Danny. We're gonna nail this role. We're gonna premiere our feature at Cannes. Maybe we'll even get a girlfriend someday. Yeah, like a real girl. Acting.
We're all coming back to the pizza place
to get our bricks and our sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't just a pile of bricks, but you do find lots of big rocks. It is a rocky place in the Rocky Mountains.
Rocky Mountain.
Colorado.
You come back to the restaurant with your big rock and your baseball caps. Mojo is on the phone. He's talking to somebody, but he's being very obscure. And actually, you think he's just taking a pizza order now that you think about it. You think that he's probably done with his call to Adele and that it's not actually a code, but actually that he is just taking someone's order.
He's talking about honey an awful lot to be talking to a married news reporter.
Spirit has no idea what that means.
But if they're putting in the crust of the pizza, well, that's okay.
So as you guys come in and he finishes up taking his order and putting it for one of his employees to put together because he's got some help tonight, who he probably called in because he knew he was going to be busy. He's like, okay. So here's the thing. It's like 6:30 now. I think that they'll be here by 7. So is there anything else we have to do? You said that the police are going to be there.
They'll be there.
What else?
I mean, do we need to tell Carruthers or anything like that?
Should we try
Does
and warn
Carruthers
him?
know about the aliens that are not there?
They're totally there, Dad.
It doesn't matter if it's aliens or not. There's something bad happening and Carruthers might be affected.
He knows there are weird, diseased animals on the mountain. Yeah, he got bit by one.
And he's been
but he just thinks
wait,
it's
and
crazy.
you said that there are animals in this building? Could he identify that these are the same kind of animals?
I mean, I think any of us could, but I'm sure he could.
Yeah.
He took one of them to the. He took one of them to the clinic. Yeah.
True. And then maybe the blood test could show the same thing.
Oh,
that it wasn't rabid.
Okay. Well, why don't somebody call Carruthers and see if he wants to have Fawkes tell him that
No, not it. He doesn't want to talk to me. Believe me, Dad.
He doesn't want to talk to Fawkes.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know if he wants to talk to
Somebody
any of us.
call him and tell him that he's won a complimentary pizza if he comes down and gets it.
Oh, Spirit can do that.
Okay. Do not say anything about the animals. Obviously, the government is tapping our lines. I only told Adele that they should come if they wanted a story.
Tell him he gets the pizza and the 6-pack of Coors. He'll be down here before you know it.
Oh, yeah.
We only have beer on tap, but he can have a pitcher.
He would go for that, right? Yeah.
Tell him he can have 6 pitchers then.
Whoa.
That's a lot of pictures.
Okay, so
Water it down, Dad.
Spirit is gonna call and make some kind of roll to convince Carruthers.
Tell him it's because your dad wants to apologize for the way his rotten children acted towards Carruthers.
Oh, by the way,
Ooh, yeah, that's
Bill,
probably
you failed at something. You should take an adversity.
Yeah,
token.
I got
Okay.
it.
Hey, Bill, remember when you failed at
Yeah.
that thing? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I took that thing immediately. I was like,
it. Mark my token.
Remember when you royally screwed the pooch on that
Oh
one?
yeah, and then I failed last
Yes,
time.
you did.
Yeah. Well, you know, my charm is a D12. Oh.
Okay, so this is gonna like for a free pizza and beer, it's only a 6. You don't have to say much.
Okay.
You can do it.
And it's not a snap, so if you have a 12, you can take half.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
Okay.
Because that was a 2. Again. The second time in 2 episodes that I've gotten a 2, and then you reminded me, hey, you don't have to roll.
Yeah,
Not convince someone to come get free pizza and beer.
exactly. It's not
Well,
it's not a
listen.
hard sell.
Okay.
So
Children
He's
so
10.
much.
He's 10. And you know, he obviously puts on like his best like grown
It was
up
also, yeah, just like assaulted by our friend groups.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't know it's Spirit because you know Spirit's pretending to be an adult. He's just like, "Oh, hello, sir."
Well, then it sounds like a
Welcome.
prank phone call.
okay, so
It kind of is.
10 minutes and Carruthers comes in and he's like, hey, so somebody just called me and told me I have a free pizza and beer, and like that sounds really great. And so he comes up and you guys are all near your dad and he's like, yeah, I'll make you a pizza, but also these kids want to talk to you because they think that they have some information. But don't go anywhere for real because the government is out to get us all. And Carruthers says, yeah, of course it is.
What?
Oh, God damn it.
Should we have just opened with that?
Well, how could we even know?
I also live in Colorado. Of course I know the government is after us.
Carruthers, interestingly, though no one asked at any point, is also a vet of the Vietnam
Also, I was
War.
saying he was also in Vietnam, wasn't he? Yeah, of course he was. Of course he was.
And he and your dad know each other.
Wait, from the military or just
No,
like
just that they are
okay.
both vets and live in the same town, and
UFW.
hang out together.
Share
they go down to
conspiracy
the-
theories, yeah.
do they go down to the local VFW?
Man, that
And
would have
in-
been really helpful.
There's
to
no
know about
VFW
beforehand.
in this tiny, tiny town. So as soon as Carruthers gets there,
Mhm.
your dad kind of takes him over to the table and lets you guys talk to him. Also, about that same time, someone from ABC News, not Adele, she was in Denver, too far away, but somebody probably who was in East Point, who has got a cameraman and a guy on the street kind of vibe. Like there are 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got cameras and they come in and your dad immediately goes over and talks to them. So he leaves you with Carruthers for a second.
Who's going to talk to Carruthers? Is
Yeah,
he, like,
Jill,
ordering his
Jill, I'm
pizza
so
before?
glad that you're not lost and or sick.
Yes, I am neither lost nor sick, but how are you feeling?
Fine. Is this because you guys sprayed me with water again? He looks at Fawkes and he's like, again?
Actually, it was colloidal silver. We wanted to make sure that you weren't infected.
I already told
you
your
don't-
dad that I didn't have rabies.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
know,
rabies.
it's
It's
fine.
not rabies, though.
We
don't
know
think
you're
we
we know
need-
you're good now.
You know,
Obviously,
that
there
raccoon
was
that-
something wrong with that
right.
raccoon, though, that was. So I don't
Yeah.
know if it's not rabies. What was it? Because
What if I told you?
Exactly.
What if we told you that across the street where Nick's used to be, that there were a whole bunch of maybe possibly rabid raccoons in cages that the government was doing experiments on?
And like rabbits and coyotes and yeah, like all kinds of stuff.
Well, I would want to maybe know how you know that.
Not important.
Not important.
Yeah,
Okay.
a friend.
But
Mm.
if some of those animals were to be released to the public or seen by the public, would you be able to, in your expert opinion, recognize the signs of whatever disease is afflicting it?
of rabid, not rabid animals, sure.
Yeah, or if they had the same thing as the raccoon that bit you.
Yeah.
I mean, and that also is been documented in the newspapers around here that they've been having rabid animal attacks, even though all
There's
of the
rabies.
dead animal carcasses have tested negative for rabies.
But
So
do you have like
it's-
the report of what they did find in the blood of that?
I mean, we
No,
don't
No,
have to
all
have
they
it,
do
but
is test for rabies. They're
But, like,
cheap.
But they probably
It's
have
the
that, like-
government.
Like we could probably figure that out.
'Cause,
Not
yeah.
not us. but,
Okay,
like,
so
you
what is
have-
it that you guys want to do? And while you're telling me, can I have some garlic knots?
Yes.
Okay.
get this man?
I will
garlic
go
knots.
get some garlic nuts for this man.
Do you have a gun on you?
What?
I mean,
Jill,
in my car.
calm down with the guns.
If the animals get out, we might need someone to take some shots at them. I don't want
Okay,
space rabies all over the
I
place.
do have a concealed carry permit. I don't really bring it around, but like I guess I could have it in case in my car, but like I don't really feel like bringing it into town.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just asking. Let's just say in about 5 minutes, a fair amount of hell is going to break loose, and
5 minutes. There's no way I'm gonna get garlic knots.
There you go.
that amount of
They're in a
time.
to-go bag here.
and you being around could be helpful.
Okay, so you just want me to hang out on the street
Yeah.
eating garlic knots?
Yes,
I can do that.
That doesn't sound so bad, right?
Yeah, free
No,
advertisement
I can
for
do
us
it.
too.
Carruthers Eats free tonight.
Yeah.
Put it on my dad's tab.
I mean, your dad probably has a pretty long tab of all
My
of
dad's never paid a bill in this town for as long as we've lived here.
Damn.
and also does not pay me enough for this nonsense. So you guys have your reporter.
We got it. We've got a reporter set up. We've got our Ganager ready with the cops. We've got our grizzled park ranger guy.
By this time, it is 7:30.
It's gotta
There
happen now.
are-
We're gonna lose the light. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got maybe maybe an hour, maybe half an hour of light left before it is dark. Of course, they would not move in and out of the front door because
Nope.
that is what is padlocked.
Padlock.
But
Yep.
where are we positioning ourselves and how are we putting together this plan? You have all these pieces. Where do you want people?
Jill's gonna throw the brick,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
I'm going. All right. I guess well, everyone else is going to be around. I'm gonna try and be close enough that I might be able to get a picture of the inside. Is my goal, or
Nice.
just a
Well,
picture of whatever's
I mean,
happening.
Spirit would have explained that the animals are all in the basement.
In the basement.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I just
So,
like. I guess I just want to be nearby to like take pictures if I have a chance.
The camera guy will automatically go to
He's
the
just
loud
gonna
glass.
be out on the
breaking
street,
glass
kind of
sound.
like
Yeah,
he's
he's gonna- yeah.
reporting, and like
Yeah.
if he
So I'm not
catches
worried about that.
something,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna set up in front of that area, like
Yeah.
he's doing a story about Nyx, basically.
Right.
But he also knows that, like, your dad has told him to not be right in front of the door,
Mhm.
so he wouldn't catch you on camera.
Right.
basically.
So Danager can probably see the cameraman, and that adds an element for our story. So yeah, I guess you Fawkes and Spirit. I don't know. Maybe go around the back in case they try to go out the back. I don't know.
Well, I was
maybe
gonna say-
take Carruthers with you out in the back, or your dad with you out in the back. And
I was gonna say maybe like Asher and I can go up on the building, like get
Oh,
up
you
top.
guys go up on the roof, maybe. Yeah.
Like not Nick's, but like
Right, but your own. Yeah.
yeah,
Sure. Yeah, just
so we've got a
anywhere to
good
get some
vantage point.
pictures. Yeah.
yeah.
So is anybody going to the back of the building?
I mean, I think we kind of have to probably to get.
Somebody's got to. Yeah.
With a backup person. If
I was gonna say, do you want to
possible.
take Carruthers? Or you want to take your dad? Yeah.
Yeah, who do you
Either
want?
way, they're packing, or at least
Probably
one
your
of them is.
Probably your dad would make more sense.
Your
Yeah.
dad is more willing to pack than Carruthers
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Okay, I'll go with Dad.
Open carrying his hunting rifle.
Okay, so
Casually.
let's say this is everybody doing.
This is a fucking montage, is what this
Yeah,
is.
this is a
Yeah.
montage. But I need everybody for your different parts to roll total of 20, but you're all rolling.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
And
our
you're gonna
combined
tell
total
me
has to be
what
20.
You're rolling.
Okay.
Everybody's
Okay.
together total has to be 20.
Well, I mean, on this, could we do a half potentially? Because it's not snap, right?
Nope, it's not snap.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I was
You
gonna
want to do
grit.
grit? We
Yeah.
know.
'Cause I was gonna
I have
go
grit
top
too.
of-
We just pay you immediately.
Well,
With the
I mean,
half of grit.
my grit's my D20, so I've got half of that covered right there.
Do we all have our D20 for a grit? Or
Mine's in charm.
Minus the D20 for grit.
yeah, mine is
Very
as well.
gritty.
All right, so 3 of us are gritty.
Okay,
One
so
of us is
basically
charming.
between the 3 of you, you're all taking your 10s and you've got 30.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay.
You did it.
Sorry,
All right.
sorry,
So
sorry, that wasn't as dramatic.
It
as
wasn't
we were
dramatic at all.
That's okay. I should have said it higher because I didn't realize all of you had
Mhm.
10s in grit or
Yeah.
20s in grit. That's okay. Because you guys got so much better, paint the picture for us. Tell me the montage. You guys take over for a second.
Well, I mean, I feel like Spirit's got his rope still. He didn't leave that in there. He's not stupid, so he's gonna just like take something and spin it around. Throw his little makeshift grappling hook. Actually, probably Mojo has a grappling hook, I would imagine. So I'm just gonna assume that he did.
Yeah,
We're gonna
maybe.
take that and just throw it up there, and we're just gonna like quickly shimmy our way up on top of the building.
You could just easily go up the stairs, but you're gonna climb on top of the building.
There's
Okay.
not like a
That's
fire
way
escape
cooler.
or something.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not up to code.
I mean, these aren't very tall buildings. Why would they? No.
No,
Yeah,
they're
it
2
goes.
stories.
If
That's true.
Spirit,
It's probably only about a story or two high. Yeah.
yeah, and I guess Asher would be following that and climbing up the rope as well to get onto the roof so that she can try and take some pictures across the street
Okay.
and like hunker down over to the
Those
edge.
of you on the roof, I will
Mhm.
let you know. You can see that there is a nondescript sort of van that is up to the back of the building, like they are going to be moving stuff.
Mm.
Oh, geez.
Oh, you know what would have been great right now?
Time to
Walkie-talkie.
slash some tires, Fox. Yep.
Remember those walkie-talkies from like early on? We definitely brought walkie-talkies. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So we brought walkie
Your dad had walkie-talkies for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Ones
So,
you
I
didn't
mean,
steal from the
Jill
army.
is going to be the instigating action.
Mhm.
So
Jill comes to the middle of the street, and she's just kind of looking around. She finds a brick in an alley that feels like the right heft. She puts her headphones on, and Rebel Girl from Bikini Kill starts playing in the soundtrack.
yeah.
She can see Asher and Spirit up on the roof, so she gives them a thumbs up. And she's assuming Fox and his dad have run around to the other side. So she puts her fist in the air and yells, "Damn the man!" as loud as she can, and whips back and throws the brick. And it tumbles in slow motion and it shatters the window, and the glass rains down.
Where it shattered,
Mhm.
basically made for a great shot right behind the reporter.
Perfect.
And it shatters down as he's reporting on a very unusual transaction where a business left overnight here in Pleasant Ridge, Colorado.
Mhm.
And so, what else? And then he's like, "Oh my gosh!" it's a
And then she
brick,
takes
blah,
off
blah,
running.
blah." At that point, Dan
Hmm.
hears this, sees the camera, and is like, "This is my moment." And he's like feeling like maybe there's a hidden camera on him. So he calls and he's like, "Oh, officer, 911, there's been vandalism that's occurred, And he get really into his character of civil reporting, whatever you told him.
Yeah.
That one word.
Concerned
Yep.
townsperson. Yeah.
Asher is on top of the building. Spirit and Fawkes, what are you guys doing? And where are you?
Oh, I was on top of the building as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Spirit-
Fawkes, what's your part in this?
So, does Spirit communicate anything to us through the walkie-talkie, or?
Oh yeah. I'm giving you a play-by-play.
Okay, did you tell us about the weird van in the or
Oh,
can't you do
absolutely.
that?
Sure,
That was the
yeah.
first thing.
Yeah.
All right, do we see anybody around said van?
No, not right now. Although there
Okay.
could be people inside of it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Look inside them.
It wasn't there.
It's
Like
fine.
it's only been an hour since you were there, and that
And that
van is
wasn't there
there,
before.
so it's just got
And the
there.
back door is just closed now.
I feel like-
Yeah.
I feel like Fawkes probably still had the button pushed down whenever he's like asking all this, and so Spirit's like, no, it's fine. You've got Dad. He's got a gun. You're safe.
Dad,
He's got
shoot
a
the
gun.
tires out.
Well, maybe just cut them.
Fox
They're
says,
pretty loud
"I'm not
and
gonna
waste
shoot
ammo.
He said he got a gun.
Okay.
Okay, can I get Dad? Can I puncture their
Listen,
tires? I've always
okay,
wanted to do this
guys,
and not get in
no.
trouble.
It's
Stop.
actually kinda dangerous.
I'm gonna let you know. We find some nails in the parking lot and put them under the tires so that once it moves, they pop. Come on, guys.
Okay,
Get it together.
Sounds kind of lame.
And
but all right, Dad.
he has you guys
You're the
set a
expert.
whole bunch of nails under the tire so that you are not doing anything to the tire. It's as many as you can. Like you guys shove, like
This is a lot of work. I
yeah.
could just stab the tire.
He's like, actually, run and get my toolbox, get a box of nails, and he like shoves them under the. So as soon as the car backs away from the bill or drives away because it's like backed up
Mhm.
to the building, as soon as it drives forward, it's just gonna get nails and nails and nails in the tires.
You know, the shady government operative is sitting behind the driver's seat, just watching you. What are these guys doing to them?
At
with
this
those
point, no one
nails?
has come
No.
out and
Hmm.
said anything. Maybe they were inside.
Dun dun dun.
Hmm.
But so
What happens after the brick smashes through the window?
So the reporter is coming and saying, you know, chaos in Pleasant Ridge, like an old timey reporter.
Chaos in Pleasant Ridge. Oh, the humanity.
And then the cops show up, and all these and their cameras, because the camera crew's gonna follow the cops. Obviously, that's where the story is. And so there are all these guys in black suits and they're moving stuff, and the people are like, can you comment, your building was just attacked by rebel children or
Unruly children.
well, like
No
why
comment. Turn those cameras off.
they just kind of go and they're like, no comment, we have permits to be here, blah 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 blah. But the whole time the cameras are rolling and there is quite a racket of animals.
Screeching animals in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
This is live, isn't it?
I think they
Yeah.
could probably patch it in live. Yeah.
and it's 8:00 news time. You've got your reporter and your cameraman, and they're like, and live, we've got this building that's being attacked in Pleasant Ridge, Colorado. This seems to be a very interesting site where people are protesting because recently a business was bought out. And they pull over some people and ask some questions about what happened here and why would people be mad. And are any of you going to be pulled aside to comment?
Oh, I'm like from the roof because got a good vantage point. So I'm gonna like go over to where
We gotta get out of
Fawkes and Mojo would be, and I'm just gonna be like, Psst, Fawkes,
What?
go! It's your time.
Oh, okay. Runs over to whoever will point a camera in his face.
And absolutely, like they are confused. They had an idea that there was something going to happen. However, Mo was not giving them details. So they are very interested in what's going on. Because obviously the government is going to monitor all the phone lines. And they stick a microphone in their face and they're like, young man, what is your name? And can you tell us what's going on here?
Yes, my name is Fawkes Miller Johnson, and I am 13 years old, and I am a native of Pleasant Ridge, and I have a lot to tell you about what happened tonight.
Yes, please tell us. This is a breaking crime. There's been vandalism and there's screeching animals and this is chaos back here. What's going on, Fawkes?
Well, where to begin? First, there was alien lights, which turned out to possibly not be alien lights. They probably still are alien lights, but that's another adventure. And
I'm gonna stop. Let's focus.
okay,
Fawkes,
yeah,
this is a live
I'm
broadcast,
focused.
so let's focus on what's happening here tonight.
Oh, yeah, sure. There's a building here. It used to be a bar called Nick's, and they weren't nearly as good as Mojo's Pizza, which is right over there down the
Not
street.
even close. Yeah.
Okay.
You tell him, son.
The voice.
Yeah. And, well, it got bought out by the shadowy government, under-government agents.
I'm sorry, how do you know that it's the government? Sorry.
Look at those cars.
Spirit's gonna like loud whisper, like, trying to be subtle. What was the name of the housing place?
Ooh.
It's Shell.
It's the Colorado
Housing
Housing
Enterprise LLC.
Yeah. LLC, yeah.
LLC.
Yeah. Spirits gonna like loud whisper that to remind Fawkes about.
Oh, yeah. Colorado Housing and Enterprise. What? Yeah.
Enterprises LLC.
Enterprises LLC. Almost got it. Yeah. So they were been buying out a bunch of like businesses and stuff. They didn't buy out Mojo's Pizza, by the way. You should visit. We have excellent crust with honey. And
The original mountain pie.
they bought this place, and it was super shady. And we definitely didn't break and enter, but we
Can you tell-
have.
Okay, could you tell us why are they moving animals in the night?
Why are
would they be
they?
doing that? They're
Because they
I'm
have.
looking at them moving caged animals right now.
Because it's not a bar anymore. It's a secret government lab full of crazy animals that are kind of like werewolves, but not really. And apparently a lot of monkeys. But they are illegally experimenting on them using magic moon crystals called Gillium.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, Fawkes. It's been great talking with you.
Wait,
well,
that's it? That's not even half the story.
I know, but we're gonna try and find an adult right now. And
rude.
As Mojo
He's
is
giving
like,
you the dirt.
No.
Dad,
Here
just
comes
tell
Adam
him.
the hotel, straightening up his polo shirt. Jim with his sketch pad.
Ooh.
yes, yeah. He comes up and he's like, "These are all the animals." Yeah, Carruthers and Jim are there. These are all the animals that have been going crazy and attacking other animals on the mountain.
Oh, good.
And they're like, "Oh!" And finally, the news person like actually sees an adult who knows what they're talking about and puts the mic in front of Carruthers, who explains that yes, there have been rabid outbreaks, and it does seem like these Colorado housing people are for some reason collecting all of these rabid animals.
But there's
Rabid,
been no
I
case
use-
of rabies. Yeah.
That's weird.
Spirit's also gonna loud whisper about the scientist from the university. To be like, Fawkes, tell them about that person.
Oh, yeah. If you want another scoop, you should definitely go to the university in the rock studying department. What's rock science? Spirit?
Geology.
Oh, geology. Yeah. You should go question the professors at the geology department because I think they know a little something about this.
And as you guys are kind of doing this, the guys who have been moving everything, they come over and they wave some badges at the news people, and they're like, "We need to wrap this up. This is government facility. No comment. No comment." They come through,
It is the
and
government. They just said it.
and the news crew complies. They're not going
They
to
just
go
said it
against
again.
people with badges,
I'm
but
thinking
you
badges.
can probably be sure that they are not going to be at least as interested in buying the ski resorts in Pleasant Ridge, Colorado, after all this attention has gone out on the news. But they might have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you nosy kids.
And Jill got what she really wanted all along.
to mess up her dad's business plans.
Dang.
Yeah. So
It's a win.
yeah. So epilogue. After this happens, what does Spirit do with the remainder of his summer?
Spirit is just reading the entire rest of the time.
Gotcha.
Like, he reads so many books.
Like at least 6 books.
Oh, way more than that. I think
A
I
book
saw
a
something
day.
the other day that it's like 100 books gets you the, like, whatever award.
Oh.
back in the day.
Oh, the thing that
The pizza?
what's her
The
name?
personal pan pizza? How dare you?
Yeah, the book award. Yeah.
Spirit gets like 2 or 3 of those.
He,
over
like,
the summer.
I have a question though. Does Spirit redeem these personal pan pizzas in East Falls?
Oh, he's
He
absolutely
just like
not allowed to.
secretly. He rides his bike out there
Yeah.
for like 4 hours to a different city
So
and
far.
eats his shame pan pizza. It tastes so good though.
Where's your brother, Fawkes? I am not at liberty to say.
I love the idea of Fawkes just like shame eating Pizza Hut pizza and like making sure nobody around him sees that he's got his book it pizzas.
Oh yeah, because he that's it. Book it. Yeah, he definitely borrowed Fox's like Groucho Marx disguise for this.
Totally works. Nobody will know.
Nobody foolproof.
Asher, what are you doing with the rest of your summer?
I think Asher, after exploring on the mountain a little bit and learning some stuff with that tutor, she gets really into like finding the different rocks and like geology. She's just like, there was a rock that was the closest thing she's ever seen come to magic. Like it just affected people in crazy ways. And so she got pretty interested in that and started studying on that. I mean, it's just the rest of summer, so she's not like, you know, she didn't get to go to classes for it or anything, but she, you know, spent a lot of time in the library and then like on the mountain, like exploring around, looking for rocks and stuff.
Do you come in to let Agnes finish all of her stories before she has to open the library? Like, do you open the library for her?
I mean, I'll open it for her, yeah, if that's an option. Then I'll start, yeah, like part-timing, sure.
I mean, that's
I do, like,
literally all of our
volunteering.
D&D.
Yeah. Yeah, we open it up and then we close it.
Yeah.
That's how we get to stay late.
Fox, what about you? What do you think Fox is doing?
Fox is absolutely watching Independence Day 400 times a week when it comes out in July.
Taking notes.
Yeah, just writing notes. And maybe even he goes to Dan the man and is like, you know what, Dan, I don't think you got a fair shake at the whole crime scoop that we had going on. So I think, would you like to make a documentary on this whole event? I will tell you everything that actually happened. Don't worry. And I'll totally star in it.
Amazing.
That's really good.
And Jill, finally, what are you doing to kind of bring home your summer?
Throwing more rocks through store windows.
Just random ones.
Mojo's Pizza.
Whatever.
Shh, what the hell?
Silence is not an
No.
option.
Mojo is the only place that doesn't get a rock through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will say officially, Shell does take the offer off the table, and the only option Malcolm does have is the Veil group, which he's unsure about.
Yeah, they might be communists. Jill finds out that her stepmom also really likes Jeff Goldblum because they're only like 5 years apart in age. So the two of them actually spend the summer going through his entire filmography, starting with Death Wish in 1974 and moving all the way up to Independence Day, which they also see in the theater about 100 times. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's a Goldblum summer.
Life is good.
Lots of bare-chested Goldblum. Back in the day where a guy could be a movie star and not really be in any sort of decent shape, you know, just kind of
It's just
just kind of a guy with a shirt off. You know,
It's kind of skinny.
all right,
They
yeah.
spent so much time do it, making sure that they could. They don't ask themselves if they should.
If they should.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
Jack
all you
Nicholson
needed.
was sexiest man alive at some point. And I'm
Right,
just like,
right.
Really?
And
Guy?
he's had a dad bod since he was 12. So yeah.
Crazy eyes.
And with that, we are going to conclude our Kids on Bikes game. Thank you so much for joining us on this wacky ride. I'm going to really quick have all my players again introduce themselves and tell us where you can find them. So let's start with Rick.
Yeah, so I'm Rick. I'm the game master for the Hammer of the Gods podcast. Also here a lot, do some writing for Even Footing Games, and really just wherever people will have me. That's probably where you'll find me.
Do you have a handle you want to plug?
Oh, yeah. We're on almost every platform at HamPod.
Great.
Pod.
Okay, Vil, tell me about Geek Mythology.
Hello, I am Vil. I am a Even Footing Games cousin, which is kind of like a Care Bear cousin, but cooler. And I am, my little slice of the internet is Geek Mythology Crafts. I make a lot of pixel crafts and such, and you can find me on pretty much any social media at Geek Mythology Crafts.
Wonderful. And they're really cool bead arts and all sorts of pop culture, lots of 90s references, lots of Ninja Turtles. It's great.
Yeah.
Like old school 8-bit stuff. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and Lee.
Hi, I am Lee. I'm on a lot of places online. I'm here. I do writing and stuff sometimes, occasionally, barely. But I do feature on podcasts quite often because I like to play characters. And you can also find more characters like that over on Abstract Adventures. I DM that podcast, and that's on wherever you get podcasts. And you can find that as abstractadventures.dnd on most platforms. I'm also on Rolls Revamped, which is a new YouTube channel that I am building with my friends. And we just kind of get together once in a while and play TTRPGs. Right now we have a long-running campaign for Good Society that we are calling Sanguine Society, and it's very fun and kind of silly, and it's full of gay vampires and lesbian werewolves. So check that out.
If a gay vampire is around, you can find Lee.
That's true. I'll be there. I'll find it.
I still feel like that's a redundancy in terms.
Well,
Yeah.
we just like talking about it.
Yeah. Of course.
Jason, what about you?
Hi, I'm Jason. I am the creative director for Even Footing Games. I'm also one of the writers. And if you enjoy the dulcet sounds of my voice, I am a regular player on the Abstract Adventure podcast, which Lee runs. So, yeah. And you can find me on Instagram, Dungeoneering with Jason. I talk about grumpy dad stuff.
Good dad content.
It's good dad content. Yeah. I'll be your dad. So if you need a backup dad, you can check me out on Instagram.
And last, I'm Aaryn. I'm the business director at Even Footing Games. I write, I do all the stuff. I'm on one of Rick's pods sometimes. Like, I'm just around doing stuff. If you find a social media site that says at Even Footing Games, you are probably talking to me.
That's true.
So I don't even plug my own handles anymore. So thank you so much for listening. And we're going to take a few weeks off, but we do have our newest podcast project that is Even Footnotes, which is our book club that is a separate podcast, but you can catch episodes of that now on wherever you find podcasts. If you want some nerdy book club content, you can join our Discord and talk books with us. But otherwise, we'll be back with our next season probably around September. But thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. You can find us at evenfootinggames.com or on the socials at evenfootinggames. Kids on Bikes RPG is by Renegade Game Studios. Our cast is Lee Baldwin, Phil Brabson, Jason Cassidy, Aaryn Easton, and Rick Taylor. Our theme music is written and performed by Jimmy St. James. Our podcast would not be possible without the help of our patrons, Debbie, Kristen, Robin, Alex, Gina, Ralphie, Merrills, and Cassie. If you would like digital downloads of our books and other exclusive content, consider supporting us at patreon.com/evenfootinggames.